Welcome to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today I'm going to show you how to make hash browns in your waffle maker.
Cause it's the all-free whole food plant-based cooking show.
Okay, hash browns in the waffle maker. Super simple idea. I got this idea actually from Jane and Ann Esselstyn on their show, but I wanted to show you how you can make them from scratch. Because after their show, I went out and I was looking for frozen bags of hash browns, and about the only ones I could find had stuff on them, you know, preservatives and all this other stuff, and I really just didn't want to buy that kind of stuff. And I knew that they weren't organic potatoes, because the potato is on the Dirty Dozen list. And from what I read, there's at least 37 different chemicals used in the process of growing a potato. So you really, if you're going to eat that skin especially, you should be buying organic ones. So we're going to make these hash browns with the skins on, because that's where the nutrition's at. I mean, the middle too, but mostly the skin. So I've got my food processor here, and I've just got a little grating blade, and I'm going to use the side with the bigger holes in it. So I'm just going to get that on. Snap this together. And I cut my potatoes. This is a 3-pound bag of russet potatoes. It just depends on how many you want to make or how many is in your family. So if it's just you, maybe half a bag of potatoes. You're just gonna have to experiment with it a little bit. So we're just gonna get these all grated up, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, there we go. That's done. But of course you always have these little ones on the top here. We'll just take those off. In just a couple seconds. Super easy. Okay, so there's a lot of opinions out there that say you need to soak them in water and do all of this stuff. From what I've found, you really just need to get some of the moisture off of it. So I just have a bowl here with a wire strainer, and we're just going to kind of take them and squeeze it, you know, and you can kind of press it into the screen, and that's going to press some of that moisture out. And you want to do them in just littler batches, because, you know, once you get up to a certain amount in there, you won't be able to get that moisture through. So you can do a little batch and then plunk it out into another bowl. Another way you could do this is if you had just like a cheesecloth or a cloth towel. You could just put it in the cloth towel and just wring it out and dab some of that moisture out. That works really well too. Okay, so the next step, you're going to need your waffle maker, or you could probably use like a panini press or like a George Foreman type of grill. That would work too. Just something that can press it down, and it's going to cook it on both sides. So I'll get that set up, and then we'll start cooking. Okay, now that this is heated up, I don't normally use oil, but I'm going to use a little bit of this extra virgin olive oil spray just to lightly spritz the waffle iron, and I usually only have to do that for the first batch, and then I won't have to do it again. So then we're just going to plop some potatoes on there, spread them out pretty evenly. And you can put quite a bit in there, because it presses down once some of the moisture cooks out of the potatoes. It gets a little bit flatter. Okay, now we're just going to close this and wait. And we'll have to wait through 2 or 3 rounds of this. You really want to get it, you know, nice and crispy. So it does take a long time, longer than you think it should, but it's so worth it. So let's wait. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to invite you to click the subscribe button and then the little bell notification so that you can get notified every time we put out a new show here on YouTube. Be sure to check out our growing line of printable cookbooks, guides, and apparel. We also offer free and paid memberships on our community website, And last but not least, be sure to head over to our official website at plantbasedcookingshow.com to browse through hundreds of original recipes, tips, and resources on plant-based living. Okay, back to the show. Okay guys, we're ready. I let this go for 4 rounds, which it ended up being about 25 minutes or so. Let's look. Ooh, look at that. Golden brown. It is beautiful. All right. And it comes out super easy, just like that. Okay, I'm just gonna close that back up so it can heat again for our second round. But I'm just gonna taste this right now. And of course, it's gonna be hot, but you hear that crispy? It's so crispy. And this is just potatoes with very, very minimal oil. And I don't really like to do it with ketchup as much. I like spicy mustard, so that's what I'm gonna try. Perfect. Boy, you guys are just gonna love making these. Get your kids involved, and I'll see you next time.